Engaging heaven today. Let's get it. Return to the stronghold, you prisoners of hope. Even today I declare that I will restore double to you. Zechariah 9:12. God delivered the Israelites out of Egypt and showed them the promised land, but they feared the giants who lived there. Even though they were already equipped to defeat the giants, they chose fear and unbelief instead of hope, and they had to wander in the wilderness for 40 years because of their lack of faith. They weren't ready to handle their calling. Their hearts were not ready to receive. But God didn't give up on them. Once they had learned their lesson and were ready, He led them into victory. If you feel like you have no hope, like it isn't going to happen for you, or like God forgot about you, understand that that's a lie. Hopelessness will creep in and distort your view, blinding you from the truth. If you do not have a biblical definition of hope, any area of your life in which you do not have hope has already come under an influence of a lie. Fear, anger, and depression are a vicious cycle that leads to hopelessness. Like the Israelites, God will protect you until your heart is ready to receive your promises. The first thing that popped up in my head was the situation with Adam and Eve. They were living in what God created for them. And all it took was just a little bit of doubt. And that's all the enemy wants. A little bit of truth covered in lies to completely derail you. Unfortunately, this is the reason why we need to remain in Him and continue to be connected to Him and listen to every instruction that the Lord gives us. The devil is lurking around, looking for anybody that is slightly weak in their faith. He doesn't want you to walk in God's promises. You pray for something and you're like, you know what, I'm really believing in this. And then in the waiting process, the enemy likes to come in and lurk in. And he either does one or two things. He either gets you to lose hope, or he tries to derail you by bringing a false promise that looks similar or close to what God is going to bring you. And he brings you something else to throw you off. But majority of the time, if he knows that you're not going to go for that false thing, he's going to try to get you to lose hope. Like if you're believing in God that He's going to move you to a new territory and He already has spoken to you about moving, and you feel like, yeah, it's time to move. And then all of a sudden, finances slightly go down, car slightly starts having trouble, and so many other things may have happened to cause you to think, I don't think it's going to happen. And that's exactly where the enemy wants you. So in times of trouble and in times of waiting on God's promises to be delivered to you, remember to stay in the Word and continue to believe and trust that He always delivers His promises. With Him is always yes and amen when it's according to His will and purposes for your life. If He already has spoken to you directly and you have already received confirmations, stand strong and courageous and know that He has your prayer and it is about to be delivered. Well, guys, that's all I have for today. I surely hope that you receive something. And I completely am so thankful for all your support and love. Remember to stay in your word, continue to pray, and walk with Jesus throughout the day. Till the next time.